Today I'm going to be doing a book review again. This is going to be the second book review of this week, which is so fun. This book I'm reviewing is a very quick book that I actually started reading on Tuesday evening and then I finished it on Wednesday. That'll tell you how quick I read this book, and also the background to this video, which is this Christmas blanket. I am literally just taking advantage of Christmas in July with this. Nothing more, nothing less. I love Christmas, and Christmas in July I look forward to doing. Anyway, so this book is called The Dragon's Apprentice. Now, this is clearly a kid's book. I found this in the kids section at Meijer's, and in all honesty, just the cover of it me intrigued, and I was like, I gotta know what that book is about, because sometimes what's so funny is my mom and I and my grandmother, we will go to like the book section at the store, and sometimes we'll come across these kids books that have like the most hilarious title, and we're like, we gotta know what's going on with this book because of the title. And when I saw this book, I was like, I just got to see what's going on here. Now, this apparently is the first book in a series. Am I going to read the whole series? No. Do I want to read the series? No. This was just a fun book that I just was like, I got to know what this book is about. I did give this 4 stars. I also marked it as like a guilty pleasure read. I will say though that this was definitely a kid's book, and I would recommend this for younger readers because it's just a really fun, quick read. Like I said, I actually started this on Tuesday evening and I finished it on Wednesday. And yeah, so I went through this pretty quick. I blew through this book pretty quickly in terms of how fast I read it, but I do think this would be a really fun little book that you could read over the course of a couple of days. But yeah, so would I recommend it for some younger readers? Absolutely. There was nothing in this book. I will also say that one line in particular, more toward the beginning, I read it and I literally laughed so loud, so hard that I could not see. It was just the way it was worded, and it was something that the dragon said, and all I saw was like one of those cartoon like characters when they say one of those like strange lines, and it just takes you by surprise. But nonetheless, the whole point of this book is there is this dragon master that knows all about magic, and apparently she has disappeared for thousands of years, leaving behind a journal that is talking about magic and things like that, and spells and things like that to help people who need it. And the dragon that was the teacher for her, he was put to sleep for a long time, and he thinks that the new girl that has discovered this journal is really the this descendant of this girl that he's looking for. And her mom is very ill. The whole village is taken down by this thing, and the people who are in charge of the village are withholding the medication that they need to help these people. And they discover that this girl has the book, and this village is very much against magic because they think it's dangerous. And in order to save her mother's life, because her father did end up passing away from this, she has to work with this dragon to teach her how to cure her mother. And in the end, to be honest, I honestly did not think that this book was going to end well. It did. Her mom survived. Her mom was perfectly healthy. But every time she uses too much magic at one time, she falls asleep. But this dragon is very iffy about working with her, basically forbids her to do anything that he doesn't give her permission to do because he doesn't know what she's going to do. And finally, he gives her permission at the end to do whatever she needs to get out of a situation. And at the end, he's like, when you wake up, come and see me in the tower, and we'll begin working more and more on your magic. I thought this book was so cute. I definitely think that this could be like a cartoon, to be honest, but nonetheless, I really enjoyed it. And like I said, I'm not going to read the rest of the books in this series. I just wanted to see what this was about because of the cover and because of the title. But I would definitely recommend this for younger readers. If you might want to look up like how many books are in the series, because it did say book 1 on the side. But yeah, I thought this was just a cute little read. I read this fairly quickly, so I thought this was a cute little like quick palate cleanser read between finishing a book and then starting a new book here. But yeah, so I think it's really fun that I have done 2 book reviews in this week. So yeah, so that is it for this book review. I hope that this was enjoyable, and that is it.